Hi, I'm Hayley from the Jezabels, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with Hayley from the Jezabels. Hello.
Hello, Alicia. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
You've now hit the road in support of your latest record release, Synthia. Before you actually embarked on this tour, though, you shared with fans that the tour is going to be smashing. So has it lived up to its expectation?
Is that what we said?
Yes, you
did. I
did.
think I said that. Yes, it has been smashing. The crowds have been smashing. We've been reasonable. I think we've been okay. I think we've been pretty smashing.
I think you can say you've been smashing it.
Yeah. But yeah, the crowds have been amazing. Like the best we've ever had in North America. So we're very encouraged by it. We were a bit unsure because we had to cancel the first tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been amazing.
Well, seeing that first tour was canceled due to some unforeseen health reasons. We're so happy Heather's doing better.
Yes, thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
are also very happy.
Now that it's months later, how does it feel to finally hit the road? Because I know how excited you were the first time, then it was canceled, but now you are back and stronger than ever.
It was a thwarted tour. I'm trying to think of an analogy that isn't disgustingly bodily. But all I can think of is constipation and then getting to the bathroom, which is really bad. Maybe more like, okay, this is a bit sexier, like it was like a year of celibacy and then getting to have sex. Is that better?
I think it's a little bit better.
It's a little sexier.
I think I like the first one because it's a little funnier though.
Apparently in infantile sexuality, poo is the first kind of sexual experience we get, so they're related. Poo and sex. Didn't know that, did you?
For this tour, you've sent out some really good tweets.
Oh.
And I know your Twitter description is that you only tweet when you're drunk, so
I do.
I
and
need
it's
to
terrible.
know. I need to know the meaning behind some of these.
Oh God. I don't even remember. I don't even check it because I'm afraid.
Well, maybe we can try to make sense of some.
Okay.
All right. So the first one I have is: have you ever gone wetsuit shopping while coming down ... with your mum ... question mark.
I have no recollection.
None.
I think it was at a dinner party, and we discussed that said situation where you're wetsuit shopping while coming down off some kind of drugs. Because I think a friend of mine did it, and then and then we thought the only thing that could be worse than that situation. One, wetsuit shopping is something that I would never like to do. And also coming down, that would be gnarly because of the lights and the shopping.
Then adding your mum into it.
And then adding your mum was the only thing that I could say would be worse, but I have no idea why I decided to share that with the world.
Well, here's another thing that you shared with the world, and that was, I'm ready for the trail mix now, dads.
Okay, I remember that one. That was
Okay.
after a show. Our tour manager, Boo, has this big box of trail mix that he bought a couple of weeks ago that he keeps offering to everyone, and no one wants it because trail mix is crap. Like, I hate it. It's not a food. I don't accept it. And even when I'm starving, I'm like, no trail mix. And then I was so hungry that I finally caved. I was like, all right,
You're finally
I'm ready for the
it.
trail mix. And we all call each other daddy in the tour van. It's
Okay.
just some weird Freudian habit we've got into where everyone's daddy or mummy. And so I just said, I'm ready for the trail mix now, dads. Whoever's got it, whichever daddy has it. Okay, that doesn't make sense really, but
I appreciate you running us through those.
yeah, thank you for bringing those up.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I need to bar Twitter from my phone. I need to delete the app. I think. Because sometimes I accidentally do it from the band Twitter because I'm like logged in.
And the first one was from that, and you're like, I didn't mean to send that through that account.
That's not official Jezabels news.
It is now.
I guess sometimes it's embarrassing.
Just going back to the record, I know the name Synthia came because it's a very Cynthia record, but was there any other meaning behind it to you, any other significance?
Much, actually. That was, it came, like many things with the Jezabels, it came from a meaningless pun, and then I kind of post-rationalized it in my pseudo-intellectual way. And so our producer was like, you should call, we were working on a song on it, and we were just laying synth after synth on it, and he was like, you should call this song Cynthia. I kind of went outside and was like, ooh, we should call the album Synthia, because the reason we were working on that song, how much time have you got?
Tell your story.
Okay. The reason we were working on that song that was to be called Cynthia was because we had almost a whole album, but we felt that it was just like, we're trying to rationalize, we felt we needed more songs, and we were like, if the album was a woman, she'd be very nice currently, in her current form, and she'd be very soft and feminine, and that's all nice, but she'd be a bit of a pushover. She'd just be a bit weak. So we wanted to put some more aggressive songs in there, and so we were recording this new song, and I thought, the album is a lady, she's a girl. Let's call her Cynthia.
Okay.
So that, and then started reconciling other elements of it, like Goddess of the Moon, which plays into our interest in paganism, and John Lennon's first wife, Synthia, who I find it interesting because, you know, the male history of rock and roll is always like the Beatles, like the king, and it's something you're always up against is like this legacy of men, and I just thought it'd be cool to name an album after John Lennon's wife. You know what I mean? And then the other thing was Synthia Plastercaster, who was this cool lady back in the 60s or 70s who was like a groupie, and she somehow took it upon herself to start making plasters of the rock stars' penises that she slept with.
Yes.
So she made like Jimi Hendrix's penis into a plaster, and like Mick Jagger and all these supreme rock gods. And I really liked that because I think groupies are very the unsung heroes of rock and roll. The same kind of rock and roll that glorifies these male gods, which they are, but it was just a nice kind of feminine leaning towards an album that was a bit about that, so it just seemed to fit in so many ways.
I like how one jokey title though can now have so many meanings behind it.
Yeah, it's coming from being a stoner as a child, and teenager. That's not
fine line right there.
Though I did accidentally ingest weed cake once when I was 7.
Wait. How did that happen?
It was an accident. I used to sneak the dessert, you know, in the morning. Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
And there was like a party the night before, so people had brought some weed cake. You can edit this out if you want, if it's not appropriate. And I got up in the morning like, woo, dessert. And I ate like 3 slices of this cake.
Oh, no.
And little known to my parents, who sent me on my first day at a new primary school because we just moved to a new town. And I was high as a kite, and I didn't know. So everyone thought I was very strange, and I didn't make any friends for quite a while.
Huh? Just going back to Synthia, I'm really digging Smile, where you sing Don't Tell Me to Smile. And the video's really cool as well. I feel like you just nailed that perfectly. But was there a moment for you where you're like, I need to write a song about this? Tell us more about that.
Many a moments, I think, that have occurred. Like, there's obviously a culture in music where I feel like people go on about this all the time, of just like, you never get people saying to males, "Oh, she didn't smile" in the review. Like, I think there was like Serena Williams or Venus Williams got asked why she wasn't smiling once in an interview, and there was just a number of occurrences. And you get it on the street. Mainly for me, it was from walking down the street, and like, I have a natural inclination to frown because I have an overbite. It's not that I'm sad, but I could be. And I often get told like, "Smile, honey," by workers on the street, and I'm like, you don't know that I'm not frowning for a reason. Like, I could have just buried my mother, and it would be very upsetting if you just told me to smile in that instance. So I put that in a song. I felt it was necessary, but you know, there's a whole movement of it. You can get T-shirts, and it's a thing.
Well, just to celebrate the record, I made a little game for it.
Oh.
Yes, because I'm curious as to what makes you smile. So I created a game called Smile or Unnatural. So I'm going to say something.
All right.
And if you happen to like the word in the context, you say smile. And if you don't, you say unnatural. You ready? Dancing.
Smile.
Roller coasters.
Unnatural.
Cooking.
Unnatural.
Potato chips.
That's a hybrid of smile and unnatural.
How about coffee?
Smile. Oh. Yeah, fuck it, smile. Smile. Yeah.
Emojis.
Smile. Yeah, smile. It took me a while to come around to those.
And the last one, tofu.
Smile. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just to wrap things up, I want to bring it back to the fans. Anything you want to leave with all of those who will be viewing the interview?
We'd like to thank everyone very much, particularly who bought tickets to our first tour and then, had it cancelled, and anyone who could come back, thank you as well for that. The support we had was unbelievable. It's kind of a scary thing, I think, particularly for Heather, obviously, revealing that kind of personal information, but we had to because it was cancelled so close to the tour. But yeah, it was like it restored our faith in humanity, or at least our fans, the language of support that people employed. So thank you all for that very much.
I just want to say thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. And remember, to everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. See you next time.
Smile.